Brett Okamoto with UFC welterweight champion Tyron Woodley, who defends his belt against Kamaru Usman in the co-main event of UFC 235 on Saturday in Las Vegas. And Tyron, this is your sixth title fight already. Time flies, right? Does it feel like your sixth title fight?
It actually does. You know what I mean? Because the guys I fought before just took so much preparation. You got to think about fighting Wonderboy twice, fighting Damian Maia, fighting Darren Till, just having to bring in specialists or just huge welterweights that punch really hard. A lot of hard sparring, especially for the Till and Robbie fight. I mean, I do a lot of hard sparring just because you can't get away from what those guys bring to the table. So it has felt like 5 title fights, but I'm learning how just to manipulate those 5 rounds and how to win every moment in the round, and thus winning the fight or getting the finish.
How do you maintain a high level of motivation from title fight to title fight to title fight? How has that changed over time?
I just got to change my goals. When I first fought for the title, the goal was to win the title. Then after that, the goal was to defend the title. And following that, the goal was just to reign over the division, become the greatest welterweight of all time. So now it's not a competition on if Kamaru Usman has what it takes to beat me. It's me competing with my last performance against Darren Till. And, I put on a phenomenal performance, maybe one of my best fights ever. So now I got to top that. So that's where my mind's at.
Well, I feel like we know with certainty where the measuring stick is now, because Georges St-Pierre has retired. He's not coming back to welterweight, so we know what he's accomplished. I ask you this, usually before your fights, how close are you to achieving that goal that you are the best welterweight of all time?
Man, I'm right there. I don't have to do as many title fights as he did to prove that, because I'm fighting the best of the best in the sport at the best time of the sport. This is when the guys are well-rounded and everybody knows how to do everything. It's not like you're just fighting a kickboxer or a grappler or somebody that can kind of do one or two things. These guys are well-conditioned, well-trained, in great physical shape, and they just mentally they're prepared to take on all different angles of this fight. So I'm beating guys within that area, and I think it's the toughest division in the world.
You told me last month that another goal that you have is to be Fighter of the Year in 2019. Why is that a goal of yours?
I don't know. I never had that goal, and I just got to keep resetting goals. Once I set goals, it gives me more to add to. I can't go out there and have close fights and make these chumps look like they on my level and call myself Fighter of the Year. So I got to stomp him. I got to stomp Colby. Got to go up there and snag that middleweight belt. Then it's going to be undeniable that I'm Fighter of the Year.
What kind of vibe are you getting from Kamaru as the fight gets closer? You just stared off with him in media day. What are you picking up from the guy?
I just want to get in his face and know I'm coming to fuck you up Saturday. I'm not about that talk. He doing a lot of talking. Every interview I do, well, Kamaru said this. Well, Kamaru said this. Well, my mama said I'm out to say anything, and I'm from the show me stage. You're going to have to show me something. Somebody that consistently talks the talk are convincing themselves. They're trying to motivate themselves. I've already done it. I've already showed it. I just got to go out there once again and do exactly what I'm capable of. Nothing more. He has to do more. He has to do something spectacular to beat me. I just have to be myself.
Yeah, and I know all of your focus is on Kamaru Usman, but you made it clear that you think the next fight after this will be Colby Covington. And why?
Man, he's just talked too much shit, man. I'm tired of him. He's talked so much shit, and then Till took the whipping he was supposed to get. Usman's about to take the whipping he's supposed to get, and he's sitting off without having to even fight, still in position where he's just going to jump right in and take a title fight. So I can't let him just jump in and I whip his ass. So, I think the world wants to see that fight happen.
You called him an easy fight, but I've heard a lot of people say there are no easy fights in the UFC. This is where all the best fighters in the world are. This is an easy fight for you, Colby Covington, when the time comes?
Comparative to Usman, comparative to Till, comparative to Ponzinibbio, comparative to all the guys I beat before, he's the style-wise, just for me, maybe not for RDA, maybe not for Damian Maia, but for me, it's the easiest style matchup. He doesn't punch hard. He leaves a lot of opportunities to hit him. Damian Maia bloodied him up. His background is jiu-jitsu. He really thrives on pressure, wrestling, and getting close. I think I've shown that you can take a million shots. You're not going to take me down, and you're going to get hurt trying to.
I understand that this should be a pretty fun walkout for you on Saturday. Is that right?
Yeah, it should be. We're figuring that out right now. Yeah, we're trying to get it together. So, I usually listen to what's in my headphones, but the fans will be able to get into it. I'm dropping the album Monday. I'm excited about that. I'm leaking the song called Fight. It's a bonus track to my album. I'm leaking that song tomorrow, and that song is bananas. And I'm just excited, man. So many good things in the forefront. But obviously, fighting Kamaru, taking care of business, makes everything that much more sweeter.
Yeah, and that is the number one goal, obviously. But I want to give you an opportunity. What is the fight? The song that you're walking out. Can you just tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I mean the song was made for me as a walkout song. It's an artist, T-Double, he's one of my artists. He's actually the other half of the Archangels, so we have a collab album entitled Chaos Theory. That's coming out Monday, the 4th. And he made this song for me as a walkout song. So when I heard it, I'm like, this is a song that should be on the soundtrack. I can envision this on like Creed 3 or 2K or UFC video game, or if they bring back Fight Night. This is something that's more than just a walkout song. And the part that really just got my emotions going, it's a part of the song that says, when I walk in, I want the lights, hear the crowd roar. And that's what I think about when I walk out. When I walk out, they position us in one spot. And it's always a blue piece of tape. We stand right there, and I got headphones, I can't hear them. And when they do like that and tell me come forward, everything, I hear the crowd, I hear the people yelling, booing, screaming. I just embrace it all. And, you know, then once I walk through, I just feel like I can beat anything. I can walk through any wall. So when he says, when I walk in, I want the lights, hear the crowd roar, murder every single thing in my sight, know what it's time for. That's what I feel like when I'm about to fight. So I know anybody that's passionate about anything can relate to that. It don't have to be fighting. It can be journalism. It can be if you're a musician. It can be if you're a school teacher. When you're passionate and you operate in the gift that God gave you, you can really relate to that kind of passion. So people are going to go crazy when that song drops.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm writing a song about Tyron Woodley, that's the thoughts that are going through my head. So, yeah, you nailed it. Looking forward to the walkout and to the fight, man. Good luck.